Donald Trump is locking down the White House and building permanent fencing around it as he fears for his life, as he claims that there have been 5 assassination attempts against him already, and like 4 in the past month and a half. He keeps on making up, I think, oh, I was just about to be killed here and I was just about to be killed there. And now they're saying that Netanyahu told Donald Trump that he's about to be killed by Iran, and then Donald Trump needs to immediately take action or they're going to kill him. And then Donald Trump just went to the New York Post and said, I've given instructions. If Iran kills me, we're going to bomb them and blow them up like never before. Those are the instructions if I get killed. And then Donald Trump is now building this fencing around the White House, permanent fencing, as he has this tarp around the White House as well, which he says he's redoing all of the columns in the White House. This says he's ripped down, as you know, the east wing of the White House, while he is now building a bunker for himself and saying that he needs a drone port defense system because ballistic missiles and drones are going to be hitting him. Just take a look right here. So the Trump regime not only discussing plans, they put forward the plans to build permanent security fencing on the White House, around the White House on Pennsylvania Avenue, around Lafayette Square. Take a look right here. Dan Diamond over at the Washington Post shows the following breaking. The Trump administration has released its proposal to fence Lafayette Square across the street from the White House. The proposal also acknowledges plans to fence Pennsylvania Avenue too. The new permanent fences would be at 15th and 17th Street Northwest and allow Secret Service, White House to more easily close the area if they think that there is a security risk. And you can see right here as they're turning the White House into literally a military bunker. This, as CNN claims, Israel shared intelligence with the U.S. that Iran had devised a new plan, a new one, to assassinate Donald Trump. Remember, a month and a half ago, they had a plan regarding Ivanka, and this is a new plan. 2 sources familiar with the matter told CNN. There are lots of people out there also saying, I'm not going to name names, but I was told by someone close to Donald Trump that Trump thinks that Israel is going to kill him in order to help with their goal of having a bigger ground invasion of Iran. Donald Trump thinks that everybody is going to kill him right now. This is what Trump told the New York Post. He says, if Iran assassinates me, I've left instructions, literally bomb them at levels never seen before. This comes at a time, by the way, where Donald Trump's been posting this morning, Iran desperately wants to do talks. I'm saying the ceasefire is officially off. The MOU is dead, but Iran is begging me, please, can we have talks? Then Donald Trump leaked to Barack Ravid, his personal stenographer over at the outlet Axios. There are productive discussions taking place. And then he leaked to others that there's going to be meetings in Switzerland taking place very soon because Iran desperately wants to make a deal. To which the Iranian state media said, this is all false. Don't listen to Donald. Don't listen to Axios. We have no interest in any negotiations or discussions until the United States makes good on what it said it was going to do in the MOU. There's nothing to negotiate. We did the deal. It was called the MOU. We knew the Trump regime was going to violate it. They did violate it. And now the United States put 2 U.S. supercarriers, the Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier and the George H.W. Bush carrier, less than 250 kilometers from the coast of Iran in order to try to bait Iran into attacking the carriers, so then Trump can use that as a pretext for a ground invasion or a significant significant escalation of the war in Iran. He's baiting Iran to attack. Never before have the aircraft carriers, even since this catastrophic war began, has Trump put those carriers so close to the coast of Iran. And obviously that's what he's trying to do. And Iran realizes that as well. Also, I suspect in the next few hours, we'll learn that the Trump regime is reimposing the blockade and they want to try to induce Iran to attack, or even if Iran doesn't, they're going to claim Iran attacked. So the Trump regime can say, see, now we're acting in self-defense. It's the Gulf of Tonkin from 1964, repeating itself again. Breaking, Iran directly rejects Donald Trump's claim of Iran reaching out for new talks, calling it all fake news. They say, ignore Trump, ignore Axios. There will be no talks until the Trump regime follows through on its commitments. This is what senior negotiating member Professor Morandi says, and this is what Fars and other Iranian media has been saying as well. Another source close to Iran's negotiating team calls all reports claiming new talks false and unfounded. Also, MB Ghalibaf, Iran's parliament leader, lead negotiator, he's like the number one civilian position in Iran, and he used to be in the military, but he's their parliament leader. He goes, Iran will not surrender. Only those prepared for war can negotiate with the United States. We have never sought war, but the logic of the Quran obligates us to resist and not surrender to oppressors. Therefore, the Iranian people will never surrender to injustice. The United States, the Zionist regime, and NATO believed before the recent conflict that they could force Iran to surrender in a matter of days, but they quickly realized that they would not achieve their goals, and the world saw that they failed to achieve their objectives in the face of Iran. The economic, political, and media pressures exerted on the United States and the regime weakened them, which is why the Americans were seeking a ceasefire. In the negotiations, I informed U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance that we have no trust in you. In my opinion, only those who are prepared for war can negotiate with the United States. Therefore, we have never abandoned our preparations to defend our country. And at any moment, if the Americans betray the agreement, we are ready for full-fledged defense and will stand firmly against them. And we will take what is rightfully the right of the Iranian people. They have tasted the power and military readiness of Iran and they have tasted the power and military readiness of Iran and know that we will not let go of the United States. Of course, ending the war is a priority for countries around the world, but everyone should know that this conflict will never end with Iran's surrender. I believe that Muslim nations and countries must realize that they must stand against the United States and the Zionist regime. And the experience of the Islamic Republic of Iran has shown that success can be achieved on this path. This also, as Donald Trump is now posting weird AI images of himself holding revolvers and just, he said this is a gift that the Turkish President Erdogan gave world leaders. Also, according to CNN, this is as the Trump regime builds up again for an invasion of Iran. CNN, new satellite imagery reveals Iran may be rebuilding, they may be rebuilding suspected nuclear facilities. Why would they? Trump said they're obliterated. They can never get nuclear weapons. So what is there to even rebuild? It's all the way underneath, Donald Trump said. You have nothing to worry about. Exclusive satellite imagery obtained and analyzed by CNN shows signs Iran may be attempting to rebuild its nuclear facilities. The activity raises questions as to whether Iran violated the memorandum of understanding it signed. So you see how this is being positioned right now. You've got the aircraft carriers off the Strait of Hormuz. You got the satellite imagery a la Iraq in 2002, 2003. We've got the images. They may be rebuilding, everybody, and that may be another grounds for invasion. Oh, and they want to kill him. They want to kill Trump. So that may be another reason for invasion. It seems pretty obvious what's going on here. And you have also Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, in violation of the MOU, which doesn't exist anymore, says that the U.S. is now imposing new sanctions on Iranian bankers, Iranian bank networks, and financial networks. And Bessent goes, the so-called supreme leader is hiding in seclusion while his regime crumbles. Are you referring to Donald Trump there, Bessent? As he builds fences and drone shields for himself in the White House? Treasury will continue using every tool at its disposal to isolate him and other regime elites from the global financial system. We will preserve these assets for the Iranian people. Really, what are you doing, Bessent? Oh, you're with Marsha Blackburn in Tennessee, naming bridges after Donald Trump. Oh, what's other top Trump officials doing? Dr. Oz, what are you doing? Here, play this clip right here.
Still, but you gotta do squats the right way. Don't lean forward. You wanna sit back like your bottom is about to touch the toilet seat. Like you're about to go back like that, touch, practice it, it'll come natural.
And anyway, on a more serious note, I always want to highlight this in the videos that I do. Israel killed 6 more people in Gaza yesterday. The killing never stops. The genocide continues, more people being killed there. And then I want to share this with you as well. This piece that talks about, how the Palestinians were watching the Egypt game. The people who organized the game were killed by Netanyahu. I just want to show you the story on that as well, in case you haven't heard it. Here, play it.
Let's show you some really incredible pictures from Gaza. These are people who have gathered to watch the match between Egypt and Argentina that happened on Tuesday. And as you can see from these pictures, large crowds have gathered at this very improvised location in the rubble of buildings to watch the game. But just hours earlier, before the game started, the man who organised this World Cup screenings, he helped find these massive screens so that people could watch the football action. He was killed in an Israeli strike. The Israeli military confirmed the strike, saying Mohammed al-Wahidi was not the intended target and that the missile had been aimed at a terrorist in Hamas's military wing. Let's speak to our Gaza correspondent Rushdie Abalouf, who joins us now. Rushdie, we should point out that it wasn't just Mr. al-Wahidi who was killed in that strike. I understand that an 8-year-old boy, a 10-year-old boy, they were brothers. They were also killed. They were coming home from playing football.
There you have it, everybody. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thanks for watching.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.